Just a little situation that he put me in, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
You talking about like a boxing match or?
yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Those
February 24th, 2025, Floyd Mayweather Jr. celebrated his 48th birthday, with fans, celebrities, and fellow boxers flooding social media with messages honoring the undefeated legend. However, amid all the well wishes, one post stood out, not for its warmth, but for the tension it carried. It came from none other than Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Since then, things have escalated, with talks of a potential fight and Tank revealing the real reason he left Mayweather Promotions at
Weather Promotions.
Y'all gonna stop listening, old boy. Now he done came out and put his young homie in his drawers on his
Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the former Mayweather Promotions
star and a fighter once considered Floyd's successor, posted a training clip with a caption that read, "Life is better when you're gone, and I don't need you." It wasn't just the words that grabbed attention, but the timing, right on Mayweather's birthday, fueling speculation that the message was aimed at the man who once controlled his career. This post added another chapter to their long-running public feud, which has been brewing for years and now seems destined to be settled in the ring.
A career. I mean, y'all.
No, it was a
relationship, not
downfall.
career.
Yeah,
Relationship.
it wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like,
he scheduled a fight, I think.
The strained relationship between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been no secret. Their fallout was public and messy, beginning when Davis left Mayweather Promotions in 2022. After years of tension, Floyd had built Tank up as his next superstar, but cracks began to form as Davis sought more independence. In 2023, their feud escalated when, Davis revealed he had been banned from Mayweather's gym while preparing for his fight against Ryan Garcia. The situation became even more complicated when Davis accused Mayweather of mishandling financial
related to a Dubai event, claiming he was being kept in the dark between the two, and neither man was willing to back down.
With rumors of personal conflicts continued to fuel the rift between the two, and neither man seemed willing to back down.
he's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him bad.
Mayweather, known for never letting criticism slide, responded to Davis's birthday, posting in a way only he could. He shared a old sparring video featuring Davis and Devin Haney, a clip many interpreted as an attempt to downplay Davis's skills, while reminding the world of his own role in Tank's development. For some fans, it was a calculated move by Mayweather to reassert his dominance, a way of saying, "I made you." Others saw it as unnecessary pettiness, especially since Davis had already proven himself with major wins, including his knockout victory over Ryan Garcia. Regardless of how it was perceived, one thing was clear. This wasn't just a simple disagreement between a former promoter and his fighter. This was personal interview.
I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd.
Davis, never one to hold back, has continued to air his grievances about Mayweather. In a recent interview with the Mr. J. Hill Network, he made a shocking revelation about the early days of his career. Specifically, his first world title fight against Jose Pedraza. Davis claimed that Mayweather set him up to lose that fight. According to him, the fight wasn't about giving him an opportunity, but rather about controlling his career and keeping him in check. And he described the Pedraza fight as a lose-lose situation, alleging that Floyd expected him to fail. "I was in a lose-lose situation, and I still came out on top. It was a situation he put me in to make me lose. He thought I was going to lose to Pedraza," Davis stated.
First hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in.
Davis then added another layer to the story, bringing Mayweather's personal life into the mix. According to Tank, the reason Mayweather wanted him to lose had nothing to do with business. It was all about Floyd's daughter. Yes, remember when Ryan Garcia hinted that the real reason for Tank's split from Mayweather was his Harris daughter? Well, it turns out that might actually be true, not the freedom explanation Tank had given before. Davis revealed that Mayweather's daughter had been trying to contact him, saying, "She kept hitting me on Snapchat." He suggested that Mayweather, being protective of his family and controlling by nature, wasn't comfortable with the idea of Davis being involved with his daughter. Tank even claimed that Floyd saw the Pedraza fight as an opportunity to humble him. If these accusations are true, it would mean that one of the most important fights of Davis's career, was manipulated due to personal jealousy, rather than pure business.
And I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
And it just keeps getting more interesting from here. Davis went on to reveal that at the time of the Pedraza fight, he was struggling financially, even facing eviction from his home. According to him, Mayweather used his financial difficulties as leverage, essentially forcing him to take the fight or risk being sidelined indefinitely. Davis quoted Mayweather as saying, "If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on the shelf." This claim paints a picture of a testy young fighter backed into a corner, given no real choice but to accept a high-risk fight under pressure from his own promoter. Yet, despite all these challenges, Davis won the fight in dominant fashion, proving that he was ready for the big stage, regardless of Mayweather's true intentions. For years, the tension between these two has been brewing, and with every new interview or social media post, their feud has only intensified. Many assumed their relationship would never recover. But now, the two seem to be moving toward the only logical conclusion, settling things in the ring. Mayweather, despite being retired, has never ruled out exhibition fights. And with the way he's been responding to Davis lately, it's clear he still has something to prove. On the other side, Davis has made it clear he no longer respects Mayweather the way he once did. What started as a Haiti mentor-protégé relationship has now turned into a rivalry, and it seems like neither man will be satisfied until they stand across from each other in the ring
business with you if you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing though, right?
Oh yeah, because
it seems to be common in boxing. Yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's given this counsel to Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clause?
Mayweather fighting Davis in any capacity was once unthinkable. Floyd was the mentor, the businessman, the retired legend who had nothing left to prove. But as time has passed, the lines between exhibition fights and real fights have blurred. Mayweather has continued to step into the ring for high-profile exhibitions, including his recent rematch with John Gotti III, and he still trains like an active fighter. Davis, on the other hand, remains one of the most dangerous active fighters in the sport, with devastating knockout power and an undefeated record. The gap between them isn't as wide, as it once was, at least not in terms of public perception. Mayweather is still the legend, but Davis is the future, and he knows it.
I got you.
Got you, baby. Boy, what's going on? Boy, what's going on, boy?
It's not just about money or bragging rights anymore. It's about control. Mayweather has spent his entire career being the one in charge, calling the shots, and making fighters bend to his will. Davis, meanwhile, has fought to carve his own path, rejecting Mayweather's influence in the process. If this fight happens, it won't just be about skill. It will be about legacy. Mayweather will be fighting to remind the world that he's still the master, that no matter how much Davis achieves, he will always be in Floyd's shadow. Davis, on the other hand, will be fighting to prove that he has surpassed his former mentor, that he doesn't need Mr. Mayweather's
approval to be great.
So this is your last fight with Mayweather Promotions?
Yes, sir.
You know, Tank announced that he's leaving Mayweather Promotions. What do you have to say about his departure?
My focus on
the fight itself would be an interesting spectacle. Mayweather, even at 48, still possesses some of the best defensive skills in boxing history, while Davis carries the kind of explosive power that can end a fight in an instant. It would be a battle of styles, but more than that, it would be a battle of egos. Both men have spent years trading verbal shots, and now they have a chance to settle it physically. Their relationship has been over for some time, but now Davis is finally letting the world in on why things had fell apart for a...
Say, man, look, man. Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name.
No reason for me to go at Floyd. Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
What started as a dream come true, training under one of the greatest boxers of all time, eventually turned into a harsh lesson. A reminder that the business side of boxing can be just as ruthless as the fights themselves. On the Mr. J. Hill podcast, Resting, Davis didn't just sound like he was venting by West End. He was exposing a system right and well that keeps fighters dependent, controlled, and financially trapped. His words didn't just portray Mayweather as a flawed mentor, but as someone who carefully managed how much power and freedom his fighters could have. This money, the opportunities, even personal relationships. It was all part of a system designed to keep Mayweather in charge.